Do you have any questions for these brilliant people? They are brilliant people,
I
actually.
have a question for you, Mr. President.
Mr. President, on nuclear, sir, a lot of the concern over the years that's held the nuclear industry back has been about safety. Are you satisfied with those safety concerns?
Yeah, we are. It's become it's become very safe, and a tremendous work's been done on that, more than anything else. And it's really the automatic shutoffs. There's so many different things that they have now that they would have never had. You know, my uncle was a great nuclear person years ago, and that was a different, if you would have asked that question, probably it would have been a much different answer. But they have tremendous shut-off power and other powers that, and it's very redundant, as I understand it, like at a level that nobody's ever seen before. So it's safe. And we're going to do a lot of the small ones, and we're going to do some of the big ones. But yeah, very safe and clean.
And on
Mr. President, on Apple.
Let's keep it on this for a little while. Let's keep it on the nuclear, and then if you want to ask something else, which you might, we'll do that.
On nuclear, Mr. President.
Yeah, please.
What did you say to folks who are concerned that speeding up licensing or even doing fuel reprocessing raises safety and proliferation?
Yeah, we're going to get it very fast, and we're going to get it very safe, and we're going to get the people in and out. And they're going to do plants. In many cases, they'll do 3 or 4 smaller ones and put them together. That's what France has done. France has done a good job of this for years. And they, as I understand it, they had basically one plan. And if they needed more, they'd do 3 or 4 or 5 of them. I don't know, we have to go that far, but you know, there's something about building one big one. But we'll build the big ones too. We're going to have, I would say we'll be second to none because we're starting very strong. But it's time. It's time for nuclear, and we're going to do it very big. Yeah, please.
Mr. President, what about the European Union? You said that negotiations are going nowhere. Where are the kind
They're
of
just
points
very
where
slow moving. I've been saying to everybody, they've treated us very badly over the years. It was formed in order to hurt the United States, in order to take advantage of the United States, and they've done that. We have a big deficit with them. They sell millions and millions of cars, as you know, Mercedes and BMW and Volkswagen and many others. And we were restricted from selling cars into the European Union, which is not nice. And I just said, it's time that we play the game the way I know how to play the game. You know, they've taken advantage of other people representing this country, and they're not going to do that any longer. Yeah.
Mr. President, you are a deal maker, deal breaker. What are you hoping to achieve with a 50% tariffs on the?
Well, I think this is there is no tariff, because what they'll do is they'll send their companies into the U.S. and build their plant. You know, we have, I guess, over $12 trillion practically committed. You look at other presidents; they haven't had $1 trillion for a year, for 2 years, for 3 years. We have numbers. Nobody's ever seen numbers like we have. And if they build their plant here, then they have no tariff at all.
Are you looking for a deal in 9 days? Will you be able to do that, sir?
I'm not looking for a deal. I mean, we've set the deal. It's at 50%. But again, there is no tariff if they build their plant here. Now, if somebody comes in and wants to build a plant here, I can talk to them about a little bit of a delay. But, while they're building their plant, which is something I think that would be appropriate, maybe we'll determine that.
Is there anything they can do, sir? Is there anything the EU can do?
I don't know. We're going to see what happens. But right now it's going on June 1st. And that's the way it is. No, they haven't treated us properly. They haven't treated our country properly. They banded together to take advantage of us. And the people behind me know, because they had some of that with their industry. But generally, we signed a great deal with United Kingdom. We have numerous other deals that are ready to be signed. We've signed a deal with China. We have some really amazing deals, but the European Union, I mean, the sole purpose was really not to hurt us, but to take advantage of us. And we're not going to be taking
Mr. President.
So, all right. A lot of times the way that you start to deal with countries and their leadership is 2 ways. The first way is to attack them through their constituents. When you see in Canada, for example, and they will come over here and they will say, hey, listen, American people, we love you guys. But the Trump administration, they're trying to hurt us. But they didn't know that the majority of the company was actually backing Trump, because we realized that Canada and Mexico had been taking advantage of the United States of America because we didn't need them nearly as much as they said that they needed us, right? And so what you'll start to find is if you want to start attacking people, then you have to threaten them with the removal of power. They can't do that here in the United States of America. Trump is in his final term. And more importantly, Trump is absolutely positively running with the speed of an Olympic sprinter when it comes to delivering on the promises that he made on the campaign trail. The second way that you deal with people, and this is more or less how we are transitioning, when you move over to a different type of president that have a business profile that look at things from a business perspective. The second thing that you start to realize is that the way that you hit a country is through their business community. So their inability to do business at the same capacity, which they are now incentivized, because guess what? The one thing that we like here in the United States of America, I don't care if you're white, I don't care if you're black, I don't care if you look like you're on Miami Vice from Miami itself. We love to celebrate a foreign. We love to celebrate foreigners. Yes, we do. All foreign everything. We like foreign cars. We like foreign bags. We like foreign hoes. The only thing that we don't necessarily care about is having foreign money. But we love us a foreign. Hey, man, you ain't even driving a real foreign. That's a Kia. Ain't nothing wrong with a Kia. Ain't nothing wrong with a Hyundai. Ain't nothing wrong with none of that. People can't wait to say that they got a foreign, even if it's a CLA 250. Or what is it, a CLA 250? It could be the entry model, but people are not gonna say, yo, I got that new entry, I got that CLA 250, or I got the entry model Mercedes. They're gonna say, yeah, man, I'm riding a foreign. Yeah, man, I'm riding a foreign. We celebrate foreign. We by default think that Civics is better than everything that we make. We think that anything foreign is just better. It's just better. We think that foreign women is better than our women. Now, that's one thing that I've never believed. I've never believed that foreign women is better than American women at all. I think that American culture has some issues, but I don't believe that foreign women is better than American women. You got people that go overseas and they think that just because they buy in box that the women are more submissive. No, they're just cheaper because they're poor. They're cheaper because they're poor. 100%. Did you know that 10% of the population over in Thailand is ladyboys? 10%. Most of the women over in Thailand is single. Because first of all, the majority of them are women. Secondly, a huge portion, like 10% of the population, is enrolled and they got to go and serve in the military. 10% of the population is ladyboys. And so you have this huge gap between women and men, and women trying to get their singleness off of them. Somebody said that's your opinion. No, that's not my opinion. That's the truth. That is the absolute truth. It ain't nothing that I'm saying that's cap. 100%. 100% of what I'm saying is true. It ain't nothing that I'm saying that's not true. Think about it. You have the ability to go outside right now and walk down the street and go and talk to a woman. Dudes would rather get a passport, jump on a flight, fly out of town, go to a completely different country in order to petition for some box. That's how much we value foreign everything. We don't look at things and say it's iconic. Anything that is made outside of the United States. I've seen people championing Chinese cars. I said, what? What? What is going on? Dog, I'll be damned if I fly out the country to get a disease. I can get my own homegrown disease right here inside of the United States of America from these hoes right here on the streets. I'll be damned if I fly out of town to go. And listen, if that's what you're moving like, I think that people should do what they want to do as long as they're not doing it illegally. But I'll be damned if I get the clap outside of the country and I bring it back. You know that when you go through customs, they force you to declare, hey, did you bring anything back? Did you buy anything? Yep, herpes. Brought back some herpes, some chlamydia. My prep didn't work, so I might have a little bit of AIDS, maybe a little bit of HIV. You can get facts, holla at Dre. You can go to Houston and get that. You can go to Oakland and go get that. You can go get that right now. I know some girls on TikTok that'll make sure that they fill you up. Fill you up. Kyrie Swervin says, AAD, I got a Toyota. I had a Toyota before. I had a Lexus. All it was an overglorified Toyota, the Camry. The Lexus was the Camry. It just had a couple extra leathers in it and an L on the front of it. The same way that a Cadillac was you know what I'm saying? The Escalade is just nothing but a Suburban and a Tahoe and a Yukon and a Yukon Denali on steroids. But I love Escalade. It's the same thing when it comes to Toyota. It's the same thing when it comes to Genesis. But Genesis GV90 is the same thing as a fucking Elantra built on the same skateboard platform. They all the same, bro. I'll do you even one better. There are some Hondas and Toyotas that's literally General Motors vehicles. Did you know that there's Honda electric vehicles and there's Honda gas-powered vehicles that are made literally inside of General Motors plants? Is literally inside of a General Motors plant. Absolutely it is. 100%. A Lamborghini Urus is nothing but an Audi. It's got Audi underpinnings, all of that. Now, don't mean I'm not going to get the Lamborghini Urus, but you just got to understand what you're getting yourself into. I understand that I'm buying a souped up Audi. I get it. I'm 100% buying a souped up Audi. I know what I'm buying, and that's exactly what I'm going for. Don't be disillusioned. Don't be disillusioned. I'm not delusional about my decisions. I know that I'm buying an Audi. Facts, 100% facts. And Audis are nice. And the Cayenne is made on the same platform also. Listen, the Volkswagen, the Audi, the Cayenne, the Porsche Cayenne, and the Lamborghini Urus. I don't care if you get a Performante. I don't care what you get. They're all the same vehicle. They are literally the same vehicle. 100%. Yep. Infinities is a Nissan. Acura is a Honda. Lexus is a Toyota. Cadillac is a General Motors. Lincoln is a Ford. It's all Lincoln Expedition and the Navigator is made on the same platform. I just like the Navigator. It's the look of it. Subarus are gay. Subarus are gay. When I see Subaru, Subarus are gay. I'm gonna tell Quentin to add it to the list. Subarus are gay. Let me tell you what I see when I see men that drive Subarus. When I see guys that drive Subarus, I think of guys who are being bossed around by their white wife. Somebody says Subarus last 100 years. Yeah, we don't care. I'm not going to be here for 100 years. I want that joint for the next 3 years. I want it for 3 years. Nope. That's it. After that, I'm trading it in. I don't even care if it's not going to hold up. I don't care if the quality is not as good. I'm only keeping it for 3 years and I'm trading it in. Care nothing about that. Men that drive Subarus, I know you getting cucked out by your wife. They do. Honey, can we get a nice family vehicle? Want something with a hatchback on it? Yes, they be vegan. Men that drive Subarus, they eat vegan cheese. They either shop at Aldi's or Trader Joe's. And they always keep talking about how well the car is going to hold up over time. I don't give a fuck about your car holding up. I'm not even going to have this car in 3 years. I don't listen. We don't even know if the world going to be here in 3 years. I'm balling out now. I'm buying everything that I want. I'm balling out now. You know what I'm saying? They keep trying to do things organically. And I'm getting it out right now. I don't even know what's going to happen in 3 years. This whole world could be just torched. Yep, they get a bike rack on it. And then they get some canoes. They may get a canoe on the top of it and go outbacking. If you drive a Subaru, you're gay. Let me get back to this live stream. We so stupid on a Saturday.
Mr. President, on Apple, you said this morning that if they don't make their iPhones in the US, you're going to hit them with a 25% tariff.
Right.
Do you have the power to tariff one single company? And why would you want to hurt an American company in that way?
It would be more. It would be also Samsung and anybody that makes that product. Otherwise, it wouldn't be fair.